So the other night I'm on YouTube Live and I come across this woman's live stream, and I'd never seen her before. And I guess there's about 80 people, right under 100 people on her channel, right? And she's a rather attractive woman. I'd say she's kind of hard. I'm not very good at guessing people's age. The thing is she's kind of in that thing where she's wearing makeup and has probably had maybe a little work done. So she could be in her mid-20s, but then it makes her look a little older than that. But that being said, she is attractive. So two things that keep going on. One, she keeps addressing why she doesn't have children. I'll come back to that. And she keeps talking about how she presents herself in a way to get guys to stop on her channel, like I did. And now we got a fancy word for that, the male gaze. That's what people use, the male gaze. Like that's an actual thing. But yeah, now I can say I'm using I'm appealing to the male gaze. Just say, look, I got my fake titties popping and I got a pretty face and I got it made up. There you go. But to the whole thing about like, why doesn't she have kids? Because all these guys are obsessed with why she doesn't have kids. And I'm sure that a lot of women have to deal with that. They have to justify why they don't want to have kids, which I'm sure is annoying as hell to women. Like, why do I have to justify why I don't want to have kids? You get called selfish. You get called these things just because you don't want to have kids. I don't have kids. I don't get called selfish for that, but I know women who've been called selfish for that. But then I think there's another dynamic going on here. And the other dynamic is that she is the fantasy for these men. Like I said, she is an attractive woman. And that parasocial relationship, I think maybe they, in their mind, if I say the right combination of things, this woman will give me her personal information and I'll be able to hook up with her. And part of that conquest is impregnating this woman. So the question isn't really, why aren't you having kids? The question probably, as these guys are asking, is, in my deluded mind, in my fantasy, if I were able to get with you by saying the right combination of words like a Konami code and knock you up, and then I can say that I've won, because that is the ultimate victory now that you're pregnant with my child.